Hi, good morning Flosstube and welcome to my channel. My name's Natalie and this is Sew Stitch Sew Nat. My channel's mainly about cross stitch, although I don't think I've shown you a lot else recently or at all, but I do a little bit of sewing. Made some of my own project bags and bits and pieces. Not made any clothes, not made any quilts. Love to get there. Not quite sure my ability's there yet, but we'll see what happens. So today I thought I'd do a mid-year WIP parade, and I will insert a photo of just how many WIPs I have. Yeah, so anything left of the blue case, including the blue case, is what I already had last WIP parade, and all the stuff to the right is all the new stuff. So yes, it's grown, but I do have 11 finishes, not all of which are here with me, so I'll have to insert some photos. I have the laptop off to the side just to help them keep track of what's what you know, when I last showed it, when it was started, when it was finished, although I've not got dates for everything. This video will be a little bit choppy, just so that I can cut the length down so that you can enjoy your next Flosstube video. So thank you for joining me for this. If you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe. Let's get started. So project number one was Cafe Mocha, which is a Mill Hill kit. I'll insert a photo. And this was finished on the 1st of January, so my last WIP parade was the 30th of December, so yeah, that was finished a few days after. I think I was trying to get it finished before the video, but it didn't happen. So yeah, this is an FO. I've not fully finished it yet. I've also got cappuccino that I want to do, and I need to get Mill Hill frame or another suitable frame, so if anyone's got any recommendations in the UK, let me know, and I shall try and not waffle as much, so apologies. Next, so this was a Christmas Day start, and this is called Holly. So here's what she'll look like when she's finished. Here's what she looked like last time, and here's what she looks like now. I have not worked on this. So, although I would class it as maybe a Christmas one, it's not something that automatically makes me think of Christmas like the ones I've got lined up for Jolly July. So yeah, it will come out eventually. We'll see what happens. It's also a paper pattern rather than in... I don't think I tried to put it in Pattern Keeper. I do now have Pattern Keeper. Right. So that was project number one. Project number two is Sampler 15 by 2x2 stitch art. I'll insert a photo of what it looks like when it's finished, although I'm not doing it in the same colourway. This is what it looked like last time, and this is what it looks like now. So you can see I've brought down that, finished the outside border and gone down the inside border. So happy with that, and that's part of the Stitch for Ukraine hashtag. Right, number three, oops, sorry, is the Merry Merry Needleworker by Lindy Stitches. So this is what it looks like when it's finished, and I'm doing this colourway. There is also a darker colourway, which is that one. I have seen people do half and half as well, so it's up to you how you do it, but I just love that seafoam by Weeks on the dress. So this is what it looked like last time. This is what it looks like now. I think I've got this in, some more of the lace, although I did get all the way and had to frog it, and then some more up here. I can't remember where I was up to with this bit. But yeah, really enjoy it, but it's just quite a bit labour intensive up here. So yeah, it just calls to me from time to time when I get it out. So I'm making slow but progress. Right, So number 4 is Christmas Village. Christmas Gingerbread Village. Covering my face up here. And this, I just said that's number 4. Lit by Little Fox Stitching. That's an Etsy pattern. Here's what it looked last time, and I struggled to take a picture of this from the video because it's so big. I obviously didn't manage to get it in shot in one go. So here we go again. So I don't think I've worked on this. I could be wrong, but it's part of my Jolly July plans. It will be worked on next month. So number 5 is No Planet B Sal. Well, it was a Sal by Cloud's Factory. I started this when it was already running, so I was never really going to catch up. Had a bit of a counting error, but here's what it looked like. Here's what it looks like when it's finished, and here's what it looked like last time, and here's what it looks like now. Yeah, so I've got about an inch at the bottom here. Haven't picked it up recently. I think I have picked it up in the last 6 months, but I think I just carried on working over here. I think this was in. I have watched my video back and then can't remember where I got to with some of the projects. So looking forward to seeing my progress. Not looking forward to counting how many WIPs there are though. But like I say, I know I've got 11 finishes because I managed to top those up. And that one is in the Made to Create by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I turned into a project bag. I stitched that when the sale was on in, I want to say 2020, but was it 2021? I think it was 2021. But yeah, I adapted it and put some metallic thread in. And my border was a bit off. I ended up putting my name up there. But yeah, look at it. There's quite a lot of paper in there, which doesn't help with the structure, so it's quite a bit floppy. So number 6 is the La Finestra del Tempo Sal that I'm doing with Sew Me Sarah, and we are up, or will be doing, December. I've included this because technically it was a WIP last time, and we've got one more part to go. If it was one big project it would still be on the go, but here are the finishes for that part. All the other ones, if you want to take a look, are in, no, they're not all in there, I can't remember. I am planning on doing either within a Flosstube or a Flosstube extra, having them all sort of lined up, so you can take a look at the full project. Mine are all stitched on Zweigart taupe 32 count, which is an even weave. With mainly the call for DMC, I think there is literally one colour, and I think, was it? Well, I think it's like May or somewhere like that. It was earlier in the month, year, where I didn't have the thread and it wasn't that many stitches, so I just substituted another colour, which seemed to work quite well. So I'll talk about that when I get to that, do that video for you. But I can't wait to see them all together and finished, so I've got to get some finishing done. I think I did cut out the mounting board for it, so yeah, I've just got to grab the fabric, which I haven't sorted out yet, so that's another thing to do. I think mainly I've gone for polka dots. Don't know if I'm going to do Christmas on the December one. We'll see. I've got some Christmas fabric, so we'll see what happens next. Loving that stitch, and that is in, I don't want to do the zip up for you, it's a hands-on design pattern, and then I've just used some Rip Rack, and I can't remember the name of this fabric. I think I got it from So Hot UK. Yeah, and then just put a zip on. That's the project bag with issues, as in the lining doesn't go all the way. Learning. I have made some more project bags since then, but they're the smaller ones. Like that one. I can't show you the front because I've just flashed off the pattern. But it's just got like a polka dot fabric on it. And there you go, this one as well. Just all the poppies. And then just some jumbo red rip rag. Right, number 7 is the Netflix and Stitch sale. I felt a little bit of love with this, if I'm completely honest, which is why it's just sat in the pile waiting to stitch. So I'll try and... She always gives you alternatives, so if I can find the patterns, I'll put them up here. I think there was one month where there was 3 options, and I've also personalised mine. So here's what it looked like last time, and here's what it looks like now. So I think, I can't remember which one's a substitute, but one of them is a substitute, and then the last few things that have come out we don't watch. Now the June one has got the Witcher on it, which my husband does watch, so I'll probably put that in, but I just need to figure out what I'm doing with this sale now, because I'd really love to get all the other things filled in. I think my plan is now to wait for the sale to finish, see what comes out, see what options I've got for the other 8 boxes that are left, and then just make a call on what I'm going to put in them. But like I said, I probably will put the Witcher in. I can't remember what the other ones are. I mean, we were sat there flicking through everything last night going, should we try this, should we try that, should we try this? We ended up watching Dairy Girls, which was a laugh. I've not seen it before. Yeah, maybe we should try something new, which is how I got into Riverdale. Not finished watching it though. I think I got to like season 3, like binge watched it and then stopped. So yeah, I need to go back to that. Haven't watched a second season of Tiger King. I put The Crown in there because I did watch all of that. So yeah. So number 8 is the Twisted Band Sampler. This is the one with specialty stitches from Northern Expressions Needlework. You just can't quite remember the order of the words. Do love this. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. I must have bought this online. I can't remember where from. So here's what it looks like when it last time you saw it, and here's what it looks like now. I can't remember if I've picked this up or not. So yeah, I am literally at the very top here, all the way up here. Actually, I can actually see through the fabric. So yeah, long way to go on that. And that is being stitched with 1 strand of DMC on a... Now I've got 36 count on here. Maybe I was using 36 and... It's funny how your brain plays tricks on you and then you forget what you've done. I've never stitched on even weave. Here's a great big butterfly I've stitched on even weave. and this is in another project by I have actually got some ribbon to thread through this, but I haven't done it, so yeah, red ribbon. And these bits I also made just a bit of elastic around the ends and all the way through. Right, so that last one was actually number 9. Number 10, and I just realised in the scroll rod, is Victorian Charm by Dimensions, which was a kit. I got this for Christmas. I think it's when it was on Amazon. Don't know if it still is on Amazon. Yes, it is on Amazon because I grabbed the picture last week, which is also my last Flosstube. So I'll just unthing this so you can see it. Here's what it looked like last time, and here's what it looks like now. It looks really stunning on there. It is a bit of a pain to work with. The fabric is quite coarse. It's an 18 count using 2 strands, so I have got some thread magic or wax just to help stop the strands from snapping, because when you're pulling it through like coarse fabric constantly, it just ends up ripping and shredding, which doesn't make it fun. And I think I don't want to restart it. Looking at how much I've done and how much is to go, you know, there's quite a lot to go before it's finished. So I've done those 2 bits and I'm up here at the minute, so I've got to come all the way down and up, and I think these are half stitches, and then there's a load of French knots which I'm considering doing beads for. So I have got some like Mill Hill white beads, but I'll take that decision once I get there. I'm not in any hurry to make that decision. For this I also got like a white mat that you can see, like LED light box you can just put underneath so you can see the holes a bit better. I did try the white fabric, but that wasn't quite working for me, and that's in a bag that I made long before I had a sewing machine. Although I did have a kids sewing machine at one point. No, I think I've definitely hand stitched it. It's very old. Do you know how long I've been stitching? Yeah, it's old. Now, just had a move around, grabbed the other half of the previous WIPs from last year. Next is the Pokemon Gen 1. This pattern's no longer available. It was on Etsy. And here's what it looked like last time. And here's what it looks like now. So there's no... That's me playing around. So yeah, no different. I did come up with a plan for this, which is why I was playing around up here. I'm going, instead of doing 1/1 full cross, I'm going to move to 2/1 tent. This pattern is massive, and I think, I can't remember what count this was, but I think it's like a 30, I don't think it's 32, I think it's 36, but it's like an easy guide one. I did just have the piece of paper. The amount of floss that goes into this, I'm doing it page by page. It's a 32 count, even weave, easy count, and so it's got the 10 by 10 blocks. Yeah, it's intense. It was meant to be a gift for my son. I don't think I'll be finishing it before his 18th birthday. He's just turned 10, and I've not picked it up this year, other than to go, what does 201 on tent stitch look like? So we'll see if we make any progress before December. I can't see it happening. I've got quite a few things that need to get finished before then, targets that I want to do. So yeah, that's 1 page worth of floss with another magnetic thing dangling from it. This is also in a homemade project bag, and as you can tell, it's massive. So yeah, big vinyl fronted. This was like the first project bag I made, I think. So yeah, wavy. I do use a different technique now. Not sure if it works better. I need to have a bit more practice, I think, but I think I want to make some smaller ones. Just for some of the... I think I'm a bit more into smalls than I thought I was. I love the big projects, they do really attract me, and it's nice seeing them finished, but yeah. So that was number 11, which was number 12 on the last WIP parade in December. For some reason I completely missed out 13, so we're jumping another number. So 14, which will be number 12 this time. Yep, so number 12 is Essential Perk. Don't know if you can still get this on Etsy. Here's where I got to with it. So oh, here's what it looked like last time. I'm moving it in. This is what it looks like now. And I'm just up here. This page will bring me out to about here. Don't know if it quite gets... Or is that the next page? It's a big pattern, and it's on a 20 count, I think I've put it on, Ada. Like it, don't know if I like it enough. Do have another Friends pattern with the quotes on that keeps calling to me, and this is not at the minute. As much as I love it. I do have the Lego Friends set for the Essential Perk. It'd be nice to have that above it. But yeah, no plans to pick it up at the minute. And that's also in a homemade project bag. And I just put I can't remember where I got that from now. I think it was eBay maybe. Just a key ring on there as a scissor fob. Scissor fob? Zip pull. Right, so number 13 today is Cross Stitch Nation by Heartstring Samplery. Here's what it looked like last time. And here's what it looks like now. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on this. I think I picked it up, I think it was either my birthday or the day I had off for my birthday. Unfortunately, in the sense that my employer gives you a day off, your birthday off, but mine fell on a Friday, so I got another day off. I don't know, I've said this before, but I work part-time. I do 30 hours a week, which really isn't quite part-time. But I don't work on a Friday, so hence recording on Friday morning when people are out or working. It's quite good. And that's just in a bag by Stitchery. If I can link her, I'll link her below. It wasn't an Etsy website, it was like an alternative when I bought it. So yeah, her binding's much better than mine. And fancier vinyl, that's the word I'm looking for. Right, so number 16 last time was Dash Away by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I was doing that on a fabric with the call for colours and decided I didn't like it at all. I have since frogged it, dekitted it, and it's now a kit waiting, or not a kit, it's not even a kit, it's just a PDF pattern waiting to be stitched at some point in time. It's fine. I hadn't actually done that much, so here's what it looked like last time. I don't think I put any work in it before I frogged it. I still have the fabric in my stash, not sure when I'm going to use it. I seem to be moving away from 14 count and going definitely to 16/32 or even higher, like to 36 and 18. So yeah, so number 14 today is the Hello Sunshine, which was a sale. I did not keep up with it in any shape or form, and I have abandoned it since and can't decide what to do. So oops, I chose a Joberlin. Let's take it off there. So there's what I've got up to, and there's quite a lot more to go on that, but what I find is this stitches tend to slip, and it's 1/1, and I was going to do all 4 the same. I've already stitched one of the trees, which is Hello Dear. I can put a picture in here. So I just need to decide what I'm going to do. Do I persevere and keep going with the Joberlin that I'm not enjoying, or maybe just for this tree, and then do the other trees in a similar colourway but not a different fabric? Let me know. I also got needle minder to go with that, and that's also in another homemade bag. Trying to remember the way the fabric. If I can remember the name of the fabric, I'll put it in. So they're both by the same designer, maker. Right, so number 15 is Stitcher's Code by Stitchingly. If I can find a photo of what it looks like when it's finished, I'll put it here. This was a sale I picked up late, and I can't remember if I've worked on it since last time, so here's what it looked like last time, and here's what it looks like now. I don't think I have, and if you're wondering why there's so much extra fabric, I was going to turn this into a tote bag, but we'll see. There is a lot of purple in this. I love purple. There's a lot of purple even for me. They have got a new sale on at the minute, I can't remember what it's called. I've also got Stitcher's Secret, but I haven't got it kitted up or anything, I've literally just got the pattern. Right, so number 16 is actually a collection, Sewing Notions by Textile Heritage. So I had finished this last time, and here it is. We've even got 2021 on there. I think I was working on the scissor fob. I've still not quite finished it. It needs all the back stitching, a couple of bits I did on this side. So here's what it looks like. And then I've also got the pin cushion and a bookmark. So I've put them all together because I want to finish them all together, but this way I'll be doing one a year. It's fine. When I think of smalls, I don't automatically get them out. And I just realised that those two kits are on 2 different accounts of Ada. I've got a problem with. So yeah, do like them. Would like them to have. Do like them. Would like to have them as a set. Right, number 17 is the embroidery for kids art. Sing Pokemon. These are in. They're not in the right order. Just put the numbers as to how the words appear in the song. And I was working on Bulbasaur first. This is the one I had to drop when I realised my fabric was too small, and ended up having to get a bigger piece. This is what it looked like last time, and this is what it looks like now. I think I've done a little bit of work, not much. So yeah. And next we have Joan Elliott, number 18 one now. So Joan Elliott stocking. This is actually for my husband. Was started last year, year before. Paper pattern. And this is what it looks like. I did see a tip on someone else's channel of when there's 2 colours similar, 3 colours similar, do the 2 that are furthest away and then come back and do the one in the middle. I've not tried to do that on here yet, but it's very confetti. I don't know if those trees are all one colour. That might not be so bad when I get there. But still got the rest of his beard. Some back stitching. Actually, I don't think the back stitching is too bad. The gold thread, that might be a different story. Here's what it looked like last time. Sorry. So yeah, I think I've done a bit over here. Trying to use that frame sand. Yeah, I don't get it out often. Drives me nuts. And I think for Christmas, I think I will be asking for a Lowry sand or money towards a Lowry sand. So yeah. Rather than more kits or fabric or threads. Right, next we are up to number 19, which is the Tom and Jerry. This is my old stuff now. So this is copyright 2000. I would suggest it probably wasn't that old when I bought it. So this is a black and white paper chart kit. I haven't picked this up. I remember saying when I was watching the video back, it's like 1/1. I don't actually have that much to go. And I think that would actually be a good evening stitch because it's 1/1 4 cross. Why have I done that? Don't stick your needle in where you've got your cross stitches, like literally in the floss. So yeah, so it's just some 1/1 round here. And back stitching. Although a lot of it's vertical lines. So maybe not too bad. My black looks quite a lot darker than what it does on the picture. Don't know whether I've actually done Tom, Jerry and the piece of cheese 2/2 and then all the backgrounds 1/1, but it doesn't look like that in their pattern. think I need to start a pile of close to a finish, because I know I've got a few things that are close to a finish, of which I'll be seeing some more in a minute. I was going to have a segment in my Flosstube called Get the Damn Thing Finished. I think that's what I called it on the sheet that I was using to plan things. But yeah, I do need to dedicate some time just to getting, because the WIPs are getting crazy. So number 20. You can tell how old these are. These are in freezer packs. This is the one that was like 3 cards in a kit, and I swear I've seen somebody talk about these recently. I can't remember who it was. So yeah, this was the kit by DMC. I know I've not worked on this, and that was the one I thought I'd given away at some point. I've not, like I say, I've not touched this. So I was working on the Postman. So yeah, not even close to a finish. And like I say, that when I was watching back the last video, I still agree with myself. I think the hedgehog finished me off. It was so much confetti, it just wasn't enjoyable. But would like to get those finished. Yeah, we'll see. They've got nice cards with them, so you could easily mount that into a frame. So yeah. So next one, number 21, is my Ickle Teddy. I've not worked on this, so. And at the time I said I didn't know anyone that was having a baby. I know someone that's having a baby. I've decided to do a different pattern. She's actually having a little girl though, so it would be alright for that. So yeah, that's what that one looks like. I mean, that hasn't even got a project there. Not even a freezer bag. Number 22, this is definitely a UFO. So, number 22 is Moon Night Magic, and I picked this up, it says copyright 2003, which is probably about right. Picked it up in I wouldn't quite call it an LAS, but it did do framing, stitching, sewing, knitting, the whole works. And it's just a black and white chart, and it is massive, and it's on black. I've not worked on this since last time, so here's what it looks like. So I've literally just done most of the middle section, not worked all the way across to the tail. I keep seeing this and thinking of Alara, but I know she's got so many projects. And obviously she's in America as well, so shipping costs are bonkers. I know from work that it's about £30 to £40 at least, just to send one of our products to America. I suspect I'd be looking at that amount to get that across. So if there is anyone in the UK that would like it, let me know. Just shoot me a message. It's got all the DMC, like I say, full chart. It's I say it's like a typewriter style. So yeah, I've not marked it up. Yeah, it's on a, I think it's pretty sure it's a 14 count black Ada. It's not, I don't think, is that what I got? it's not hard, it's alright fabric. So if you're interested, let me know. If not, I think I'm going to have to put it on the Dr. WIP Facebook group. If I can, I'll put it below. I joined the group thinking that I would put it on there at some point, but I know I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to finish it. So let me know. I don't want it back. You're more than happy to do with it as you please. So number 26 was a kit that I picked up in like a needle workshop when I was on holiday. Oops. So it's gone really yellow on here, but this is what it looks like. I've not worked on it since last time. Not quite sure it finished the damn thing, but needle sticking out of it. Smooth that. I'd say it's on a 16 or 18 count, maybe 18 I think, looking at it. So yeah, it's another paper pattern, but of the kind of paper pattern that's been photocopied that many times. I've even marked, yeah, I've marked this one up, so yeah. Yeah, that's a little cat, not the big cat. That is part stitched to go in my cross stitcher bag. I couldn't tell you which magazine that came with, but well, what age the magazine was, other than it was a long time ago. Might have even been when they just started. Don't know how long they've been going. So that was number 23. So 22 is the dogs. Here's what it looked like last time, and I have done the tiniest amount of work on it. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to tell, but here goes. This needs a good wash. So I did some more of the back stitching. I wanted to get the faces done in terms of back stitching first, because they felt like the most difficult, rather than just whipping round the edge, which would be nice and easy. But I'm not sure I'm ever going to get it done if I don't. If you can see the end coming, you've done most of it. You whip round the edge. All you've got to do is this tiny little bit of the face. Might spur me on a little bit. So yeah, that's in the just get it finished pile. Or finish it down. Oh dear. I've been sat here for an hour, guys. I don't know how far into the video I am. But yeah. So this is a DMC kit that I bought. I have not worked on this, and I'm looking at it going, why isn't this finished? It literally has the odd dotted cross stitch that needs done and all the back stitch, and I wouldn't even say that the back stitch is that bad. I can't say it's my taste now, but yeah, it would be nice just to finish it, I think. So that is definitely going to the just finish the damn project pile. Maybe I should do a bit of what Michelle Bendy does and do 25/7 and just get these ones that are in the just finish the damn thing pile done. So number 26 is the kitchen sampler. I keep calling it garden sampler. And this is a kit by Anchor. And this is the one I was having all the trouble with because of the faded a bad copy of the chart. No, not that page. I have since managed to really zoom on it and get the colours right so I can just finish it. I've got another tomato plant, a chicken, a fork and something else I think. So that's probably a bad example. That's what it was looking like. So I've just managed to, like I say, zoom in a little bit. I've still got all the threads for this. I have since, I'll show you what it looked like last time. I have since ripped out that border and part of the P I think I'd already stitched. I'm just going to put that bit in here and call it a day. I just had a thought I would actually give this to my dad, so that's a possibility. So yeah, just need to finish the run of beans, a chicken, a fork. Anything else? Done the wheelbarrow, done all the back stitching, done the pot. Yeah, a chicken, a fork and a run of bean plant. Just finished the damn thing. I should keep count of all these, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll let you know at the end. At the minute I'm just putting them back on the massive pile that I've got next to me. I've literally got a washing basket full and I've still got a sofa a third full. It's a two-seater sofa. So number 27 is this Dimensions Charts and Charms. This comes with little charms and then it just had the chart in there. I don't think it came with any fabric or anything. Got all the anchor threads. I've not worked on this. Let's change that around. And that's what it looks like. I went through a period of liking this kind of thing a lot, like zodiacs and what have you. About 20 years ago, maybe a little bit more. Some things I've got finished and other things are lingering. I don't think it was the fact it was on Ada fabric. I don't know why I've abandoned it. No, not Ada, Navy. It's literally mountains and trees to put in and backstitch. Always with the backstitch. I mean, I've done most of the work really. I think it's staying in the WIP pile for now. I don't think it's getting abandoned just yet. Like completely abandoned. I mean, it is in the UFO pile anyway. But you know, when you look at something, you're like, I've put quite a lot of work into that. It'd be nice just to take it to a finish. Although I'm not sure I would have it up. Gift maybe at some point, maybe. Yeah. So number 28 is the classic cross stitcher magazine with bag bus. I did pick this up as the in 24 hours of cross stitch challenge, the one in, I want to say January, but the not the last one. And did put a few more bits of back stitching. So yeah, you can't see it, but the pink has come up here, so I'm now up here with the pink, and then the brown I'm up to there. So in terms of what's left to do, it's come up from there and it'll be done, and we'll need a thorough wash. It's grim. But I didn't want to wash it before I finished stitching it. I think the threads will be okay, but I didn't want there to be any sort of colour variation in the back stitch. So yeah, that is very much in the just finish the damn thing. And I find I have to do that in the daytime, which I think is what I said in my review of the 24 hours of cross stitch. I just need that extra light, just so that the pink shows up against the pink and the brown against the brown. You know what I mean. So the next one was the last one I showed on my December WIP parade, forgetting that I've missed one, which I'll show you in a second. And this was a kit that was started by my mum, which is still an art. Came with all DMC. There's no year or anything on here. And I seem to remember it's a handwritten pattern. I've not worked on this. It's getting a bit creased actually. Why have I not got that on a... It's not quite what it's left to do. I think it's because I was working on the trees. Mum was working on the trees. I don't think I've ever picked this up, I'm not sure. But that's what that looks like. I've not got a goal on that at all. It is on a linen. I just realised my mum's actually blanket stitched there. I did blanket stitch on the last two things that I've started. Mum did know how to use a sewing machine, but I don't remember having one in the house. She was always a keen knitter when I knew her. I think that's one of the goals for me, certainly for next year, is I want to finish what remains before the 30th anniversary, basically. So yeah, you'll see that coming up in a bit. I have done some more work on it since you last saw it. Any that I've finished or worked on in between this Flosstube and the last Flosstube, I will show again in the proper Flosstube rather than just this WIP parade. Because I know what it's like, guys. There are a lot of people doing WIP parades at the minute. So, what would have been number 32 with something filling the slot of number 13, because I think I put at the end of the last WIP parade that I had 33. It was actually 32 in the end. Is the Darth Vader, which I don't think I've ever shown you guys. Sorry, I just looked at the camera. It's in that lap stand bag, which I got from Lakeside with some Christmas money. Right, so this is Star Wars Darth Vader 2. It was a kit that I bought from eBay. CrossStitchKingdom.com. I think it wasn't a D-stash, I don't think. I did switch out the fabric. I think it came with a... I want to say it came with an Ada. I can't remember. And I wanted to make this into a cushion for my youngest. So there's no last time photo. But it's on an even weave. I think it's 28 count even weave. It's a bit of a pain to show. So you can see the top of the helmet. There is some like black on black and navy down here, and I did with the fabric, with this easy count, and it came with all the core 4 DMC, lots of it, lots of black on black, so yeah, it's been abandoned. Will I pick it up again? I think I've got so I've got the light board, daylight, I've got a lapse, you know, I should be able to pick it up again. Motivation to pick it up again is low though. There is still quite a lot to go on it. I think I started in the middle and worked up that way. It comes with a colour pattern. I've not tried to put it into Pattern Keeper, but when I tried to photocopy it, didn't copy very well, so I'm not sure it will go into Pattern Keeper that well, if I'm completely honest. It is just like a fishing rod, like fishing line. It works for this project, I think. Yeah, I mean, you won't stitch through it, so in theory when you go to pull it out, you should just pull out, rather than if you've been sewing over the top of something. More stuff. Fabric to put the back of the cushion together. Right, on to the new starts since the last WIP parade. My first one was What Remains. Just to add, if I've started something and finished it already, I'll do that in the next section, but yeah, this was a new start on New Year's Day, as part of a Mother's Love sale. I got it when it was all a kit from Traditional Stitches. That is now since finished, and you can buy the Blackbird design as part of the market releases. So there's not a before photo for any of these. If you've watched my Flosstube, you'll know that I have worked on this one. So I've changed it from a hoop to a scroll frame, but the scroll frame's not quite big enough. But I definitely don't want to put it on a bigger scroll frame. Considering going back to the hoop again, I want to get that border in, I think. Yeah, I want to get the border in. I've done the satin stitches now in this plant. Yeah, so there's the odd few. So that was satin stitch. There's a Smirnoff stitch. Smirnoff? Is that right? Samira. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think it's just those two speciality stitches. But it's just keep an eye on what colour you're meant to be doing it in. It's quite easy to go a little off kilter, and especially because I got it with the silks as well that are created for it. So next day is number 32, so we are about to pass the mark where how many ones I had last time. And that is the Lakeside Crystallised Sal. Here's a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished. Here's where I'm up to. So I've got 3 months to do, including Amethyst, which is my birthstone. I have not worked on this since my last video. So this is a pattern by Jan Hicks. It's number 33 for today. I got this on Etsy. There has been a sale started post StitchCon this year, which I love. I am not in any of the particular months, so I'm probably just going to carry on stitching, and that is where I'm up to. This is a gift from my mother-in-law, and this is the one where I had the mishap with the fabric, so I've stitched an extra on, just so I can get it in a hoop or frame. Was bringing down the border, and then I think, yeah, the plan was to continue working across. I did plan on picking this up before the end of this month. We'll see what happens. I got a bit preoccupied with something else, which will come at the end of the video. So yeah, so that is that one. Next one is my temperature typography from Stitching Mummy. This is also an Etsy purchase. That is where I am up to. I haven't stitched June yet, but warmer colours. We got up to orange. I don't think we're going to make it up to red, but we'll see. But I'll talk about more about that in my next video. I do plan to stitch on it before my next video. Might even do it after this, because we are now on the 24th. Possibly my next video might be on the, sorry. Possibly my next video might be on the 1st July, although I might push it back, I'm not sure, see how far I get. So my next one is number 35 today, which is the C.S. Lewis by the Stitching Book Club, Lion Notes in the Wardrobe. I did start the sale on time and did not finish the first part. I think I've got some of my own colours in there because I didn't have everything. And it's on a sparkly Belfast 32 count. This sale is now finished, so here's what it looks like when it's finished. So I've still got quite a long way to go, basically. I do really like it, actually. Just calls to me occasionally, and then I stop. So yeah, I've got that. That one's actually in Pattern Keeper, I think. Pretty sure it is. And then I'll have to go back and do the back stitching because there's some swirls on it which are back stitched. So now we're on to March Madness. This is my first project for March Madness, which is G's for Gingerbread Man whilst Ari Snaps, and it's on a 36 count fabric flaring cream with the all 4 weeks apart from the white, which is just white. I think I've used like a slightly off-white, but yeah, it's only for the little bits of icing for his legs and arms and mouth. Not even mouth. Dots in his eyes. So yeah. That was actually in my last Flosstube, but I've not worked on it since then. So next is Home Alone, by Gross Rocket Studio. I've almost finished it. I was just trying to decide how I wanted to finish it. So this has got a hoop on it. I wanted it to be a Christmas tree ornament, but I think it's a bit big, so I might do, it's either going to be a square pillow finish or a circular. I'm not sure I've got enough confidence to do the circular one, but we'll see. So I just need to stitch the sofa legs on and do the back stitching. Not decided on the year. I did think about putting 1990, which is when the film came out. Not a big fan of the green and white numbers. so I might just personalise that. So yeah. So next March Madness start was the Reaper by Wild Violet. I started stitching this. I think it got through to the next round, and I abandoned it for what is actually a finish, but it's a solidarity stitch, which is a project I'd lost last time. I couldn't show you. I was stitching on this, watching the news, and not enjoying it, and it should be a fun stitch really. It's only got 3 or 4 colours, but yeah, put it down. So I do want to get back to that when it comes round to stitching the Halloween things. When that will be, I don't know. Trying to think if I've got anything. Oh, caterpillar cross stitch. Haven't started that yet. I think I showed that in my last Flosstube. So yeah, that's not started yet. So next is number 39, which was the Mill Hill. This got through to the final along with the Sloth Biscornu, which won and got finished. So this is where I'm at with that. So I just got it as a full kit. I think it was from Amazon, I could be wrong. Number 40 was the freebie by the Blue Flower, Stitch is Gonna Stitch. I did a colour conversion. I wanted to use a load of over dyes and have some fun with it, but I think it only did one or 2 days, I can't remember. So yeah, I've got to do her in a dress and just bring the border around. So yeah. Is it halfway? I would say it's about 1/3 of the way. It's a small. I seem to be favouring smalls at the minute. It's not Let's Do What We Love, which was the freebie I was going to do. It's Let's Do... So the freebie was called Stitch What You Love, which I've now got and it's downstairs. I've got it with me. But in searching for it, I found Let's Do What We Love by Jeanette Douglas, and I wanted to finish it like this, so I went for my first go at a 40 count. I think it's an even weave. Let me show you, and that's how far I got, and I can't remember if that got 1 or 2 days. No, it's a Newcastle linen 40 count. In cream by Swigart, which I got from Lakeside. So that is that. Try and get it back in a bit flatter. Next was a freebie by Stone Street Stitchworks, which was this one that I started for March Madness on a 25 root count Lugano 1/1. I did show this last time, so I've done a little bit of work on it since March Madness, and that's number 42. The other March Madness that I finished was the Sloth Biscornu, so it's coming up. Right, so number 43 was my market purchase. I saw this and absolutely loved it and couldn't find it anywhere, and then she's released it again. It is an older pattern, so that's what it looks like. I have done A, I'm partway through B. They are all stitched on 32 count linen. You make them into a book and it shows off all the specialty stitches. The words that are at the bottom of here are 1/1, and then you've got a specialty stitch stitched into each pattern with the name of it. it's a bit of a beast, not gonna lie. This is how I've kitted it up. So I've charted my name and things and dates and to go on the back. It was a freebie a long time ago for her. I have changed some of the fabrics, I have changed some of the threads. She's already done a colour conversion. I am not using all the specialty, I'm using DMC, and I have a long way to go on it, and my plan is to stitch them all before even starting to think about assembling the pages of the book. My hope was to get one done a month, but I seriously not going to get that done. So I started this the 8th of April, so yeah, really I should have May and June, so I should be starting D in for the Christmas in July. It does call to me occasionally and it passes. I do love it though. It was a unicorn. I haven't got another unicorn at the minute. But to be fair, I've got a lot of WIPs, so I don't need another unicorn chart to come along and go by me. So next is a baby sampler, and that'll be number 44 by Doreen Jones. It was in Cross Stitch magazine recently. Like I said, I made a mistake in the body, but I'm hoping just to fudge it. Yeah. When I bring the leaf board around, I haven't worked on this. It needs worked on. Baby is due middle of next month. So yeah. So my next one is Strawberry Fields, which was part of the sale that Marie's running, Stitch Beetles with Marie, and this is where I've got up to. My wall looks different, but I'm fine with it. I couldn't get a hold of old brick. I have substituted something else. I talked about that in the video where I started it, or I've done some more work on it I think as well. So that's my start on that. Next, here's my Plum Street Samplery piece. We remember. Always remember. Yeah, and I started that in May. Yeah. Right, that took us to number 46. I have since started 2 new projects since my last video. I think one of which I did actually speak about. And I think I've spoken about the other one, but I actually jumped in and went for it. That's the wrong way around. So, number 47 is Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Here's what it looks like when it's done, and here is where I'm up to. So this is Picnic Party. You can get a kit on a 14 count Ada, or you can download it on her website, which is what I've chosen to do, and I'm stitching it on this vintage blue linen from Zweigart. Loving that. I think it's a 32 count. I know that because I was thinking about using it for the sampler book and then didn't. That border is not quite the right colour. So yeah, the border should be this colour, but I've used this colour. I don't know how they're showing on camera, but this one is a lot redder, and the other one, this one, is pinker. So I'm going to carry on with the border in the pink colour, but things like, I think there's like tomato and stuff in there, I'll use the other colour for. No one wants a pink tomato, do they? Right, so the last WIP before Christmas in July. Is Modern Folk Embroidery Parade Sale. So here's my start. Yeah, this has had 3 days work. Yeah, 3 days work. So I'm stitching it in hand, hence the rolled fabric. It's on a 14 count Yorkshire Raider that I was going to use for the picnic, and then saw that vintage blue in my stash and went, nope, I'm doing it on vintage blue. Right, so that took us to 48 WIPs, which includes the one I'm destashing, and any current UFOs. So next section is things that I've started and finished before my last WIP parade. The first one is Create Every Day, which was a Teresa Kogut freebie. I'll insert a photo because that is currently downstairs, and I've been recording for 2 hours upstairs. Yes, so here's a picture. Next is the Owl Scissor Keep and Fob, which was from Cross Stitcher magazine, which I FFO'd in May, but started and finished in January. So here's a picture of that. Next is the Sampler 83, which I turned into a scissor fob, just took one little square from it. So here's what the full thing looks like, and here is what I did into a scissor fob. Next is the Tiny Modernist Slothby Score New, which I finished as part of March Madness. So I've actually got that one here. It's just got the leaves on the side. It's my first Viscornu. I'd like to do another Viscornu. Not right now though. Not with, well, 47 WIPs if you don't include the destash item. Next was the Dungeon Master that I did for my husband for his birthday. So here is a picture of that. Next is the donut that I did for my son. As you can see, I have not FFO'd it yet, although I do have that donut fabric. Sorry, computer got an email. So yeah, and that was started and finished, oh, April, and then finished in May. Sorry for the crinkling. Next was the Mr. and Mrs. Sorry, this is out of order on here now, which I've shown on my previous Flosstube. So here's a picture of that. I have not seen it since the wedding yet. But she sent me a text saying she really loves it, so I'm really pleased, and look forward to hearing all about the wedding and the honeymoon to America. Not jealous at all, honest. Next is Sea Spray Cottage, which was still a WIP in my last video, but like I say, I'll show it in my normal video as well. And this was the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Social Stitch, and I literally zoomed through it in a week and didn't work on anything else until I picked up the 2 new starts. Then I found the Solidarity Stitch. And this is the one that I was saying doesn't all go in the same direction, but I'm leaving it. So that's my finish on that. I'm not sure what to turn it into. I feel like I want to turn it into something, but I'm not sure what. So that is finished. The last one is Mill Hill Love Sewing, which is downstairs, so I'll take a picture of it and put it in here. It's not been FFO'd yet. It was a plan to do it in May, but it just didn't happen. So it will get finished at some stage, because I'd love to have it hanging in my sewing space, which I'm making it sound fancier than it is. I'd love a sewing room. Ain't going to have it anytime soon. Not until the kids grow up and move out, which, let's face it, is a long time, 10-15 years at least, given that they're 7 and 10. So that is everything for today. I do have two Christmas starts coming up for next month. I also haven't started the Caterpillar Touch of Magic sale yet, but part 2 is now out. What else did I want to say? Tumbleweeds are blowing past. I have got another, so along with the baby sampler, my in-laws they've got their 50th golden wedding anniversary in March next year, and I haven't started, kitted but not started their wedding sampler, so I need to get that going as soon as I've got the baby one done, really. But obviously I've got quite a busy July plans coming up, and then some projects that just need finishing, so I think I need to come up with a plan as to how I'm going to make all these things happen, because yeah, I really do want to stitch them a piece for their golden wedding anniversary, and then we've got our crystal anniversary. No, we're alright, we've got plenty of time before that. But I'm already sizing up what I want to do for that, because that's not till the year after that one, so, and it's later in the year as well. So I think that is it for now. I'll put some stats up at the end. Where I started, where I finished, what I abandoned. So thank you all if you stuck with me this long. In terms of recording, it has taken me 2 hours and 10 minutes. Not sure what it's going to cut down into, but thank you if you're here to the end. Bye for now. Happy stitching.